It is Wednesday, July 15th, 2020, and you are tuned into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. The 32nd annual Brad Doty Classic was last night at Attica Raceway Park for the World of Outlaws sprint cars. We wondered yesterday what the field would look like with Ohio just coming off their speed week, but the drivers definitely came out in force. 42 cars signed in, including Kyle Larson, Tyler Courtney, Jack Hodenshield, Tim Schaefer, and many others. After two rough nights in a row, Brad Sweet was looking to rebound. He went quick time in his qualifying group, but had trouble in his heat race and ended up in the night's last chance showdown. He won the LCS, but that was only good enough to see him start 21st in the feature. We predicted yesterday that Kyle Larson was the favorite to win, with shots not far behind, and those predictions turned out to be good. Larson started on the pole with shots to his outside, and it was Larson who jumped out to the early lead. Behind him, through the 40 laps, there were several issues. Trying to come through the field, Brad Sweet ended up in multiple incidents, at one point upside down, and he was forced to the work area on several occasions to try and fix problems with his car. After one round in the work area, he even had issues getting pushed off with damage to his rear bumper bar. In the end, he would suffer a flat right rear and would be relegated to another DNF and a 23rd place finish. Out front, though, it was all Kyle Larson all feature long. He led every lap en route to his third World of Outlaws win in a row. Schatz finished second with Sheldon Hodenshield third, Logan Schuhart fourth, and Jack Hodenshield in fifth. We talked on Monday about how the points battle had tightened following Terre Haute, and with Sweet's continued bad luck, this championship chase has been completely blown wide open now. Donnie Schatz has pulled within 2 points of Sweet, while Schuhart is only 14 points back, and now both Carson Macedo and Sheldon Hodenshield are in the mix, with Macedo being only 56 points back and Sheldon being 74 out. Speaking of Sheldon, last night was his 15th top 10 finish in a row. I wanted to see if anyone has had a similar streak in the last few years, and the longest top 10 streak I can find is Brad Sweet back in 2018. Between Riverside in April and Cedar Lake in July, he went 25 races in a row, finishing inside the top 10. I didn't look at every driver, but I would imagine that's probably unmatched. If someone knows of a longer streak, certainly let me know. The Outlaws now have a week off before they head to Lernerville Speedway next Tuesday night for the Don Martin Memorial Silver Cup. The World of Outlaws late model series took to Gondik Law Speedway last night in Superior, Wisconsin for a 10,000 to win 50 lapper. I said yesterday that I thought a few Lucas guys would show up, with Jimmy Owens deciding to race, and I was completely wrong about that. Owens actually ended up being the only Lucas regular to show up to Wisconsin. Either way, they still had 29 cars in attendance. At the beginning of the feature, it was Brandon Sheppard starting on the pole with Mike Prochnow to his outside, but Sheppard was clear out front by turn 1, and that was really all anyone would see of Brandon Sheppard for the remainder of the 50 laps. He drove away to a dominating victory, which was his 4th win in a row with the Outlaws. Cade Dillard finished second, Jimmy Owens third, Darrell Lanigan fourth, and Ashton Winger was 5th. Besides being Sheppard's 4th win in a row, it was also his 5th win in 7 races and his 9th win on the season. His absolute domination of the series just continues to roll along here. He's led 300 laps in 2020, and his next closest competitor is Cade Dillard, who's led 88. If that gives you any idea about how much Sheppard has been out front this season. His lead in the point standings is now 184 over Ricky Weiss. Darrell Lanigan is third, 240 points back. Late Model Series is back this weekend for 2 shows, Friday at River City Speedway and Saturday at the Red River Valley Speedway. The Summer Nationals were back racing last night after 2 nights off. One of those nights off was scheduled, the other because of a rainout Sunday at the Rico Fairgrounds. Late Models and Modifieds were at Plymouth Speedway in Indiana. Several drivers who ran the Lucas Show on Monday night made the trek to Plymouth instead of going to Wisconsin. They came to the Summer Nationals show, including Tyler Erb, Devin Moran, and Kyle Bronson. In the late model feature, it was Bobby Pierce on the pole with Tyler Erb to his outside on the front row. On the initial start, Pierce actually led into turn 1, but contact with Tyler Erb sent Pierce spinning around and out of the lead. The caution did lead to a complete restart, with Pierce getting his spot back. On the second attempt, Erb this time rolled the top side into turn 1 and cleared Pierce for the lead down the backstretch. With Erb stretching his advantage out front of the field, Pierce faded back through the top 5. His car clearly had damage from the early spin, and I'm pretty sure it affected the handling of his number 32 machine. At the end, it was Tyler Erb who led all 40 laps to grab his 2nd Summer Nationals win of the year. Brian Shirley finished 2nd, Devin Moran 3rd, Jason Fager was 4th, and Kyle Bronson rounded out the top 5. In the night's modified feature, it was Mike McKinney who started on the pole with Kurt Spalding, starting with him on the first row. Spalding grabbed the lead early in the 25-lap feature, but it wasn't long before he had company from 5th starting Nick Hoffman. By lap 11, Hoffman made his way past past Spalding, rolling the top side to take the lead. Over the final 14 laps of the race, Hoffman, driving Justin Allgaier's Federated Auto Parts number 7, was never challenged out front. He drove away to win his first modified Nationals feature of the year. Will Krupp finished second, Hunt Gossam was third, Derek Losh fourth, and Mike McKinney finished in fifth. It was another fun night of racing. There's certainly a lot more to come in the coming weeks with the Summer Nationals. Looking at some news for the Summer Nationals, tonight's show at LaSalle Speedway has been postponed to a later date because of an unfavorable weather forecast. The Summer Nationals are scheduled to be back tomorrow night at Spoon River Speedway. Don't forget, you can watch all of these Summer Nationals live on Dirt Vision all summer long. The Southern Nationals Super Late Model Tour continued last night at I-75 Speedway in Tennessee. Chris Madden entered the night as the Tour points leader. At the start, it was Ross Bales on the pole, and he jumped to the early lead over Corey Hedgecock. Hedgecock was good, though, and he took the lead from Bales on lap 9. Hedgecock had to hold off challenges through the race from both Brandon Overton and Chris Madden, but in the end, he was able to take down the $3,500 win. Chris Madden finished second, Brandon Overton third, Donald McIntosh fourth, and Ryan King was fifth. Chris Madden continues to lead the Tour points. The Southern Nationals are off tonight, but will be back tomorrow at Sonoya Raceway in Georgia. All of the Southern Nationals events can be watched live on Dirt and Flow Racing. We did have some big news yesterday that I wanted to mention before we closed up shop today. The future of Huset Speedway in South Dakota has become more clear. It had been rumored for a while that Todd Quaring, who owns Kerry Madsen's 2M and the Jackson Motorplex, had acquired the track, and now we know for certain that that is the case. Quaring has completed the purchase of the 3/8 mile track, and weekly racing will resume on the track's traditional Sunday programs. Up first will be Sunday, August 2nd, with the return of the All-Star Circuit of Champions for a $20,000 to win and $1,000 to start show. Both Tony Stewart and Kyle Larson are expected to be part of that race. Advance tickets for the event are available at HusetSpeedway.com. The World of Outlaws will then come to Huset's on Saturday and Sunday, August 5th and 6th. September 5th and 6th. It's certainly great news that a track with so much history and tradition will keep running. And if you know anything about the kind of evolution of Jackson Motorplex and what Quaring and his guys have done there, expect Huset's to continue being a top-notch facility. Kudos to Todd Quaring for continuing to invest in dirt racing and doing all of the things he's done. You certainly won't find across the landscape many people who have done as much for dirt racing here, especially lately, as Todd Quaring has. Let's take a quick look at the Dirt Tracker pay-per-view schedule today. Dirt Track Digest has action, modifieds, Crate 602 Sportsman, and Pro Stocks from Fonda tonight. Dirt Vision has Dirt Car Esports tonight as UMP modifieds at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. Fast 4 has Outlaw Winged action from Circus City Speedway. Flow Racing has two shows plus USAC 24/7. They've got the Atomic Speedway Summer Series, which is 5,000 to win 410 sprint cars, and then the Troy Moyer Memorial from the Action Track USA. Speed Shift also has those two shows from Action Track and Atomic. And then Speed Sport has the Kyle Suter Memorial for stock cars at Buena Vista Raceway. If you want to see more about what shows you can watch tonight and find links to be able to click through to all of those, you can find them at DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. That's the show for today. I have to head off to Bristol for tonight's NASCAR All-Star Race, so we will close it up here. You can find Dirt Tracker Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe and leave a review. You can also watch the show every day on YouTube and Facebook if you'd like to do that. You can email the show at info@DIRTRACKR.com, and you can follow along at facebook.com/DIRTTracker, twitter.com/DIRTTracker, and the website itself, DIRTTracker.com. You can follow me personally on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler, and don't forget to sign up for the Dirt Tracker weekly newsletter on the site. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow for more Dirt Tracker Daily.